Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here. Welcome back to another frozen image of me on the screen. Hang on, wait for it. Oh my word, that was crazy. That was like something from a horror film. Ooh. Anyway, hello, welcome back to the railway, welcome back to Sam'sTrains Live. You're joining me on the final series of Sam'sTrains Live of the year, and I'm here every Friday night at 5 PM for the next 4 weeks or so. So bung that into your schedule or subscribe and you will not miss a future stream. Welcome, I hope you're all doing okay. We've got quite an exciting stream coming up today because I'm going to be running some trains, obviously. I've bought a new pack of Chaldrons, which I'm going to be opening up and seeing how they fare, so that should be exciting. And I also have a mystery box, which is, the contents is a mystery. I've opened it to make sure there wasn't an invoice, but I haven't seen any of the contents, so we're also going to be getting to that. I am, of course, taking requests as well today. I've got some artwork to show you, lots of cool stuff going down, so I'm very excited to get started. Before we do though, let me check in, see how you guys are getting on. We have a super chat from Mark7188. Thank you very much, Mark. Hope you're well. Please could you run your Backman Thomas pulling Annie and Clarabelle for my son Jack? Many thanks. No problem, Mark. Yes, I can totally do that for you. And if anyone would like a shout out, bung it into the chat and I will try and get to you. We have Sodor156, Nasty Toys, Heath Williams, Aaron Stockwell, Lorraine Stevens. Adam Rushton is here. He says, what day this weekend are you going to Worley? Tomorrow, Sunday, or both? I'm going to be there both. So if you're going to Worley, let us know in the chat, and I might even run into you there. Angelo Ovid Flatour. That's a tricky name to say, but I did not discriminate against you. I did my best. Hello. Nishant Praharaj. Again, that's probably offensive to you, but at least I tried. George Botterini, thank you so much for your support. That's very, very kind. And Kelly Ashford Trains, thank you to you. Could you run the grey W4 Peckett, or this is terrifying stuff, the grey P-Tank engine, and 7 egg vans and a grey Toad van, ghost train alert. Well, Halloween's been and gone, but in Kelly's heart, the ghosts continue. Well, thank you, Kelly. Yep, we will totally do that. Luca Horseman, how could you run the 68 with Mark IIIs? Yes, I can. If you want to, basically the requests are £5 each. So if you want to donate the rest, I will definitely do that. And if you are interested yourself in having a request run on the channel, you can use the super chat, which is the little $ in the chat. Donate £5 or the equivalent in your country, and you can choose whatever loco and rolling stock you want, and I'll run it in the stream for your 5 minutes of fame. Obviously, the money goes back into the channel, it helps new videos get made, and ultimately it means that I can continue to do what I absolutely love for a living. And if you decide to support me in that way, thank you so much. It does mean so, so much. And also, if you don't want to donate, that's fine as well. If you're just here to watch, no problem at all. You've got a birthday, if there are any birthdays in the house around the next week or so, again, super chat for any amount and I will play the horrible birthday song for you. And we've got quite a few coming through. Let me see who that one was. Oh, that was just Beaglington on Sea, who quite rightly says that there is just 1 month left until Christmas. And that is true. I'm very excited. Who else is ready for Christmas? I hope a lot of people. Right, so I think we should get started. I'll come and do some more shout outs in a moment, but let's run some trains because that's ultimately what this is all about. So here's something I've never done before on the outside line. We have XRCon42's request to see the Lion and the Rocket HST style. So we've got Lion at this end, Rocket at that end, with all of my Era 1 rolling stock, so I've got a mixture of all the different rolling stock I own there. That's so cool. The average British Railways appreciator, I hope you're feeling better, by the way. You wanted to see the P2 with a Dean Goods HST style, so we've got another HST style request on the middle line, bunged some teaks on there. And then Malcolm Loud wanted to see Mallard with the Precedent, double heading with some Crimson coaches and the dynamometer. I can do all of that except for the dynamometer because obviously I've had to send that back to Rapido for repairs, as we all have. So I don't currently have one of those in my possession, so apologies for that. Now, which direction? I think it might be best to do it this way for the other HST. Yeah, I do think so. And obviously the Mallard and Precedent is going to have to go that way. And keep that one steady because the Precedent is much faster than Mallard in terms of the speed that they run at. And I don't want them to derail. Right, let's keep an eye on that one first because that one could be problematic. Hopefully not though. And it is a very, very interesting pairing. In fact, all of the pairings that we're seeing today could well be firsts. I would not expect to have run the P2 with the Ding Goods before. And I've also got a new camera angle, folks. And it's not that, it's that. There we go. That was disappointing. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what today's challenge is. So, today I am giving away a gigantic NEM coupling. Yes, one of the original ones from that video. So the person who comes up with the most creative request in today's live stream is going to be going home with one of these, and also a NEM pocket that you can put it in and wear. I guess I can demonstrate it. So yeah, come up with creative requests. I will be picking what I think is the most creative. Oh, awful noise at the end of the stream. Just do it quick, that's best. And yep, I'll be sending you one of these. Obviously, I'll take the hook off and so I can pack it safely. But yep, come up with some ideas. I've got to get this out again now. If I could just leave it, but OCD dictates otherwise. Anyway, back to the trains. Where are they? Here they are. And with that in mind, let's see if this was creative. We have an average Railway Series fan. Well, we've got a lot of average people. Come on, guys, you're better than average. Hello, if you could run your J15 tender engine with a rake of LBSC four-wheel coaches. Yes, I totally can. Yeah, very glad to do that. Just noticed the layout has snow. Yes, Sodor156. We've had a little smattering of snow here on the layout, which is obviously very exciting. It always seems to happen around this time of year. I couldn't tell you why. It normally sort of coincides with when I open this box labelled snow that I've got in the back room. And then before long the snow always appears. It's very odd. But still, yeah, it's Christmas is coming, as Beaglington rightly said, and I'm prepared for it. NG5, thank you so much. I'm in an LNER W1 mood. Is there any other mood to be in, NG5? Can we have the grey W1 pulling one of each wagon up to 15 with an LNER brake van at the end? No egg vans. Okay, we will try, NG5. Thank you very, very much. James Donahoe, Sam, wear a bow tie. Well, that's not the kind of request I was expecting. I don't know if I own a bow tie. It's not the sort of garment that I normally go for, but if you're requesting it, I'll look into it. I'll see if I can get one for next week. No promises at all. If you want to email me with an actual train request, you can. But yeah, if I can find a bow tie, I'll put one on for you. I like it though. I mean, to be fair, that is rather creative, isn't it? That is pretty creative. I don't know if I will reward this kind of creativity because I don't want to get asked to wear bow ties every week. But yeah, that is pretty creative, I have to say. William Town says, my request was not creative. Oh, well, you know what, William? Sometimes I wouldn't discount it. You asked for the Manor and some Great Western coaches. I wouldn't discount that because, yeah, I mean, it's perhaps not creative, but it's still lovely. So don't be sad. Don't be sad about it. Right, where is my sheet? Right, so I think we'll start off with a bit of an unboxing then, because as I said, I did get some new Chaldron wagons, and I'll tell you all about it with the help of Mr. Pre-Recorded Sam. Here we go. I'm a big fan of the Accurascale Chaldrons, and the ones I looked at were absolutely fantastic. But a massive part of the Accurascale Chaldron project was the number of variations and the number of different models within the Chaldron range that Accurascale produced. The set that I looked at contained 3 identical Chaldrons, so really I've missed out on all those variations. So far I haven't really been able to take those in. So I decided to buy another pack. Here it is, another box of Chaldrons, and as I understand it, this pack includes 3 different designs, or at least 2, but I think it was 3, so this should really give us a chance to look at the different designs. I bought this from Hatton's for £44.99, so same price as before. Oh, excited about this. An affiliate link as well in the description if you want to pick some up. I'm also curious to see whether the fault that affected the couplings on my last Chaldrons, whereby the chains and other parts of the couplings were attracted by the magnets and they didn't work properly, is affecting other batches such as this one. This is a different product, of course. So let's find out. New Accurascale Chaldrons. So let me show you the pack I've got at the end of the box. This one is the Vane and Londonderry Collieries pack. It's ACC 2609J and the livery is VLC Era 6. Right, let's pop these out and take a look. Now, if you haven't seen me look at some Chaldrons before and you'd like to see a more detailed review, I do have one on the channel. Just put into YouTube Accurascale Chaldrons and you'll see my review. I'm not going to go through the instructions either. I dealt with that before. So we've got an accessories pack that I can see in here. That's just some of the magnetic couplings that you can fit to locos. Let's start by taking a look at the Chaldrons. So here we go, number 1. Yep, nice looking Chaldron that. Noticeably different decoration on this example than the one I looked at last time. And I think the model itself looks different as well. So that's cool. Let's get the second one out and compare. So actually this one looks the same as the first really, except for the number, which is different, but still I think these are different from the ones I looked at the first time around. Let's see if my third one is any different. Yes, it is. The bodywork is different, the sort of side doors look different, and also clearly the wheels are a different design as well. So that's really exciting. I now have at least 3 different Chaldron wagons. The couplings do not seem to be sort of attracting to themselves and faulting, so this to me is how the couplings should work. We'll test that out later on. Let's give you a very quick closer look at each of these and then we'll try the performance. So let's find out whether these Chaldrons couple together as intended. Remember, my original Chaldrons would not couple together because they hadn't been manufactured correctly and they managed to slip through the so-called extensive quality control process. So I'm interested to see how these couplings are actually supposed to work. So the idea is that the magnets just engage when you push them together, and look at that. Yep, immediate coupling. Let's try it with these. No, those are not engaging. So again, coupling's not working as intended. Let's turn this one around, try again. No. So I have to say, the couplings are rubbish. Let me see if I can get them together myself. Do they attract to screwdrivers? Oh. We've got a loose coupling magnet here. Where's that come from? Has that come from in here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well that will explain it. So the coupling has come out of the housing. So again, poor quality manufacturing. Not working as intended. Let me see if I can fix it. Right, no, I couldn't do it unfortunately. Obviously the approach would be to use tweezers or some sort of tool to put the part back into place, but my tweezers are metal and they just stick to the magnet and my fingers are far too fat. So I've just had to turn it round and use the end that has a functioning magnet. So again, yeah, great products, lovely level of detail, but they are expensive and they have to be manufactured properly so that you can use them. And 2 for 2 Chaldrons that I've bought now had something wrong with the couplings that prevented them from being used properly. So yeah, Accurascale, get onto it. I think I'll probably send these back because at the moment I can't couple anything to my second rake. It'll just have to end with the Chaldron that doesn't have the magnet. But anyway, let me show you up close. So we've got the first body that I looked at. Yeah, that's one design. Note the brake rigging, etc. Then we've got the second design, which I think looks the same pretty much, except it does have different wheels. So that is 2 different ones in this pack. And then we've got the third type, which does have the different body. Look at the sides of it. And again, same wheels as the second one I looked at. So yeah, all 3 are completely different. And then if I add the Chaldron from the NE pack that I looked at last time, bear in mind it won't couple because the couplings don't work. Yeah, that one is different as well. Different body design, totally different decoration, and different brake and brake rigging as well. So it's really, really cool. Let's move on and try the performance. Obviously I can't put a brake van or anything like that on the back. It will just have to be the 6 Chaldrons this time, but I do want to see what they look like together. So there we have it, the Chaldrons all together down onto the track, and I think they look awesome in a rake of 6, very nice. I've got the LMS Pug, which I've selected to run these. I think the last Chaldron video I made, I used the copper knob, and a lot of people were really upset because I used that it wasn't realistic, but newsflash, there are no locos ready to run that are realistic to run with Chaldrons. At least I don't have one that has the right kind of dumb buffers to match with the Chaldrons. At the end of the day, it's a review of a £45 wagon pack. I'm sorry I didn't modify one of my locomotives to make the review more realistic. But either way, even this loco does not have NEM couplings, so I can't really couple up to these Chaldrons with it, but I'm hoping the magnet will attract to this coupling hook. So let's see if it does, and then I suppose we'll have to see whether the magnet is strong enough to stay coupled, but we'll find out. Yeah, we've got it, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's see how it goes then. Chaldrons ahoy. But as you can see, yeah, going along quite nicely, looking pretty good. And I think Accurascale are a fantastic manufacturer. They are definitely raising the bar with their models. But like all manufacturers, they are not immune to manufacturing issues. And I think that is definitely something they're going to have to watch out for moving forward. This is the second time now that I've had issues with the Chaldron wagon couplings not being built to the highest standard. Now, I am certain 100% that there are people who have had no problems with the Accurascale Chaldron couplings. I've heard from plenty of them, but I can only relay my experience to you, and in my experience, both sets of Chaldrons that I purchased were basically unusable without intervention. Neither of them were working as intended. I would say it's just my opinion that they were faulty, but the fact that the couplings don't work properly is just that. It's a fact. I've showed it to you beyond any reasonable doubt. But still, great models. I can recommend them. Obviously, if you do find a fault, you have the right to return them, so it's not a reason not to buy them. But I suppose, admittedly, it is a bit inconvenient if you have to return them. But still, cool models. I'm happy with mine. I think I will probably send mine back because they are too expensive to just overlook serious faults like this. But it's been nice to look at another different Chaldron pack. They are really cool models. It's nice to see some variation as well. And I'm going to certainly look for excuses to run these a bit more. So, very nice work, Accurascale. Let's move back live. So there you have it, some lovely Chaldron wagons. Always good to see some more of those. And now, of course, I got 6 of them. So it's always going to look so much better when I put my pre-grouping or pre-grouping trains together, I guess. All right, well, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? I guess then we will have a little chat, see how everybody's doing. If you want a shout out, jump in there and we will do that. And then we'll run some more trains and we'll get that mystery box undone, because that's what I'm interested in. I just don't know what's going to be inside it. I'll tell you more about it later on, but yeah, it should be interesting. Beaglington on Sea is very, very Christmassy today. He's going fa la 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 la. It doesn't get more festive than that in terms of chats. Azuma, nice to see you. Hello to you too. Alex, School Buses and Trains Media, please give me a shout out. Yep, no problem. Nice to see you. Alex Dent is here. Yeah, I never have locomotives or wagons by Accurascale before. Well, not many people have. Quite a few people have had rolling stock because they've released a fair bit of that, but at the moment it's still only the Deltic in terms of locomotives, besides some of the Irish releases, I suppose. Great Western 5199, there you go. Luca Horseman, yes, I've got your request down. Yep, it's coming up in today's stream. You got it in time, so no problem. Azuma has a mock exam tomorrow. I should really be studying or sleeping right now. Well, you know what, I think you do better in exams if you make time to do a bit of what you like. If you do too much, then you'll get distracted and fail, but you have to allow yourself a little time to unwind, so I think it's forgivable, definitely. Can I have a Christmas Day shout out, lol? Yeah, well, you mean on Christmas Day? I ain't going to be streaming on Christmas Day. I'm going to be doing some good eating on Christmas Day, but you can have one now, yeah. Shout out to Kelly for a month or two's time. NWR Jane W Studios, for today's challenge, could you run 3 terriers on flatbeds with the P-Class HST style? I know it's not the best. I got. Oh, I see. Cheers, Jasper and Willow. Well, no, that's still quite creative, I must say. Yeah, well done. I will certainly consider that as a creative request for later. Speaking of requests then, let's get the next round up and running, because we have a William Town request who wanted to see the Manor with 6 Great Western coaches. No problem. Mark 7188 for son Jack wanted to see Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle. And then here is the terrifying one, folks. Oh, it is Kelly's request, who wanted to see a Grey Peckett, a Grey P-Class, 7 Egg Vans and a Toad on the back, which is of course grey too. So let's hope the Egg Vans don't derail. I've put them on the simplest of my 3 lines, the middle line. So we'll see how that goes. Is Thomas awake? Thomas is sort of awake. Go on, Thomas, let's give you some. There you go. Just needed a little second to warm up there. And the Ghost Train. Oh my word. Right. So if we hear any rattling from the Ghost Train, I'll either assume that there are some bones loose or that it's derailed. It's probably possible for both, isn't it? Jason Biggs, thank you so much. You want to see a Terrier in the LBSC Improved Engine Green with a 57XX in Great Western livery with 3 Mark 1 coaches, like the Thomas and Friends Bowled Out episode. Wow, that's cool. I do like references to real life. Thank you very much, Jason. Now that is a creative request right there. Thank you very much. As always, if you submit a request and there isn't time to do it during the actual stream, it will be done next week. And yeah, I'm always glad of requests, so keep them coming. And as always, thank you very, very much for the support. And same to you, NG5. Got another request, the LNER 4473, pulling 2 flat cars, one with the 1361, or the ever poorly 1361, the other with Martin Mark Martinson's 14XX loco, and a brake van at the end. Oh, you mean the Mogul? The 43 maybe? Yes, I know the one you mean. Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much, NG5. Yep, I can do that. Ooh, I've just noticed there's a bit of straight 3D printing material lying across my track there. I really don't know how that happened, but it did. Fair's fair. Let's see, NWR, there's another shout out for you. Yes, Eagle Nix, I can do O-gauge requests. Yep, no problem. Oh, Marion Bond, can we have some old Triang models? Yeah, that's a nice idea. Anyone wants to do a Triang request, I'm always in the mood for that. I noticed at Worley, they've got some Triang layouts there. There's the Minic motorway there, the old, it's not, it's kind of is a slot car, kind of not. It's not a Scale Extric type of slot car, but still, simulated cars. And I think there's a Triang train layout as well, which should be quite exciting. So yeah, some good stuff to see at Worley, I think. Quite looking forward to that. There we go. There's Thomas again for you. And we'll have another look at the Ghost Trains as they go underneath or behind the computer desk, which is, after all, the spookiest part of the layout. Ooh. Yeah. Some horrible, dire things have happened behind that computer desk, I can tell you. The mind boggles. Well, everything went without incident. I have to say, the back of the bookcase seems to be quite close to the track, doesn't it? Let's move that forwards a touch. There we go. Just going to get the tail end. Oh, the Egg Van's behaving themselves. I'll tell you what, though, they are a nuisance to couple together. Absolute nightmare on those. But still, we managed to get through it, just about. Come on then, you two, hurry up. I haven't got all day. Oh, look at this. Ghost Train doing a jump scare. Don't know what that means. Right. Alright, so thank you very much for those requests. I'm loving the creative ones already. I have to say, I think Kelly's was quite creative, I must say. Yeah, nobody expected a Ghost Train in November, so maybe Kelly's in the running as well. Right, so going for a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when I come back, I'm going to be taking a look at the mystery box. I'll see you in a second. Alright, cheers folks. Alright, we are back with Sam's Trains Live. Welcome back everybody. Don't forget, today I have the giant coupling up for grabs. to the person who sends in the most creative request. So there's still time to go. Keep the requests coming in. Let's see now. Yes, I think we're going to run some trains first before we get onto the mystery box, because we've got another round to go. So we have Luca Horseman, who wanted to see the Class 68 with some Mark IIIs. Embarrassingly, I've only got 2 Mark IIIs to my name, so it's not much of a consist, but I hope that you'll be okay with it. The average British Railways Series fan, I don't know why that confused me, but it did, wanted to see the J15 with the four-wheeled, 3 four-wheel coaches, so that's okay. And then NG5 wanted to see the W1 in the grey with a load of different sorts of wagons, up to 15 of them. So I've done that, got a load of those on. This one looks like it's derailed, but I don't think it did. All right, let's give this a go. Dapol 68, not run that one in a request before. The W1, definitely run that in a request. And the J15, also running a request. And I would say the four-wheel coaches are a very, very popular request rolling stock as well. Yeah, I see those all the time. I want to also thank a few new super chatters. I just noticed that there were some during the break. There we go. Yeah, it was XRCun42. Thank you so much for that. Run your most modern looking loco. Ooh, something's gone wrong. Where are the coaches? Let's send the 60. Oh my gosh. Something has gone badly wrong here. The Manor class has also decided to come back out of its siding. So I'm thinking if I just reverse everything up, I might be able to restore balance. 2 separate issues there, which is very interesting. Right, let's see if we can get a coupling. Hopefully the next time you see the 68, it will actually have some rolling stock with it. Well the problem is the coupling hook has come off the 68, which means that's not going to couple to anything, because the coupling also seems to be drooping quite a lot. So let's put a new coupling in very quickly. Let me change camera for you. Welcome to my world, everybody. I can't remember now whether this was an issue in the review or not. I mean, I don't think the hook came off. Oh yes, it did. Wasn't it the 68 that hook just kept coming off the thing? I think it probably was, wasn't it? Well, anyway, it's gone. So I've put a different coupling in, which does have a hook on it. It's still drooping down. Sorry, I might probably putting my bottom in the shot there. Hopefully not. That wouldn't be appropriate. Let's see. Well, we've got to try. Let's go again. I don't know how it got as far as it did, frankly. I don't know how I managed to couple them at all, because it didn't have a hook. Oh, maybe the hook came off. Well, that's probably what happened. I don't know. Who knows? Who the devil knows? Luis Boscarino, thank you so much. I hope you can help me. I have 2 Dapol Bubble Car 121 diesels that have motors run, but they don't move. Yeah, that's frustrating. It depends. When did you buy them? Are they within the last 6 months, or I think Dapol's warranty covers you more than 6 months, doesn't it? No quibble. I would just do what I did and send it back. I looked into what was wrong with my 121s, and I have to say I just tapped out. I was like, no, they weren't cheap enough to deal with all this. I literally just sent it back. So I'm sorry to hear that. Send me some pictures if you can of the issue, and I'll see if I can give you some tips. But yeah, ultimately you'll be a better man than I am if you're able to sort them out, because I never could. I could never solve it. Well, actually, it wasn't the same issue with mine. Mine were just running really slow because I think there was something not quite right with the motors. So yeah, I say plural because I replaced it once and got a replacement, and then the second one was okay for a bit, and then it slowed down exactly the same way. So yeah, no good. Knew some AC/DC. Oh, interesting, Joseph. Thanks for sharing. Do you have any Tyco Mantua trains? Not as such. I do have some. Oh goodness, the coaches have gone again. I do have some Mahano coaches, and no, not coaches. Sorry, I've lost my mind because something's gone wrong with those coaches again. Let me show you them. Yeah, they're at the bottom of Gordon's Hill. So the Mark IIIs are not having a good time. It's not really ideal because the Mark IIIs have got the big tension locks whereas the Dapol 68 has got a slim one, and the Dapol 68 coupling also droops and the hook comes off and everything, so it's not a good match, unfortunately, but oh well, we'll give it a go. I'll leave the 68 going on its own. NG5 says has got another request, wants to see Bachman Gordon and Thomas pulling Gordon's Express, 2 box fans and an LNER brake fan at the end. Thank you so much, NG5, you're very, very generous, thank you. Yes, it's Martin. Can a Hornby Thomas run on first radius? I would say so, yes. I can't remember if I've done it, but I'm pretty sure it will work without any problems. I don't know if it's recommended. I wouldn't necessarily spend a lot of money and assume that it's going to work, but if I had to guess, I would have said yes, it will be okay. You're not going to want to run it at massive speeds or anything, but yeah, if I had to guess, I would say yes. See if you can find some videos of them doing it on YouTube. That's probably a better way to get a firm answer, because of course none of my curves are first radius, so I couldn't tell you for sure. Right, I want to get into this mystery box, folks. Let's start stopping these trains. That's a weird thing. Let's stop the trains. Yes, let's do that. Well, at least it's not difficult to clear the outside lines. I've just got to do that, and that's that. Ah, dearie me. The hush hush with a freight train, it's not something I do very often, is it? So that's creative in itself. So I tell you, it is difficult to judge the most creative requests. Right, I've sped up train number 3 very much. I don't think it's just disappearing there. There we go. Never seen that J15 do such a rate. There we go. Blimey, I really didn't know it had that in it. How impressive. And that flywheel effect was impressive as well. Did you see that? I cut the power quite suddenly there, and it glided to a nice halt. Right, mystery boxes. I absolutely love them, and I've looked at quite a few in my time, haven't I? Oxford Rail ones, Rocket Railways. Well, we're adding a new one to the roster today in, what was it now? It was Sawyer Models. And they have quite a serious range of mystery boxes. They go from £10 to £30 with a £15 and a £20 mystery bag. They call it mystery bag. So they've been a bit non-conformist here, you know, not going with the traditional mystery box. They are calling it a bag, even though I should say definitely a box. Now, noticeably, it is a much smaller box than the box I got from Rocket Railways, and I paid them £10 for my mystery box from there. But they did say that that was all second-hand, broken stuff. Sawyer Models did not say that, so maybe this is all brand new stuff. Maybe it is second-hand stuff, I don't know, but it is a smaller box. And it is 00 gauge, and it's covered. Well, maybe it's the first item, I don't know. Is this scenic material, perhaps? A bit of foam, very nice. All right. I'm going to lift the bubble wrap. It's a shame I can't show you the reveal. All right. Oh, so the first thing I'm really excited about is this. Now, this is not an exciting product to most, or maybe it is to some, but this is something that I was actually... Ooh, hello. A fade. That was odd. We've had that happen before. But yeah, it's an oiling pen. It's something I use all the time, and my current oiling pen has gotten a bit nasty, so maybe this is something I could use. Look at that. Value £5, easy to tell. I did used to have one just like this, but the actual reservoir got brittle in the end, and as I was just squeezing some of the oil out of it, my fingers went through it and the oil spilt everywhere. So I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about these. Don't use them after they've, after you've refilled them, say 10 times or so. So they do seem to get brittle, or at least that one I tried did. All right, we've got this. Ooh, I did not expect to be getting vehicles, but they didn't say trains. They just said 00 scale. So I guess this does count. And we have got prices on all of this stuff by the looks of things. So would someone mind keeping a tally? This one is £7.45. The oiling pen was £4.95. So you know what? We're getting up and above £10 already with the first 2 items, and there's quite a bit in here. Oh, right. We have, oh my word, sorry, I'll hide the price. We'll come back to this. Don't look it up. But these are some Bachmann line side cabinets, so quite nice little models, but they are very little models. What do you think the price for these was? I will reveal it in just a few moments' time. You bung that in the chat and let me know. Bear in mind it's Bachmann. Alright, we've got something in bubble wrap. Let's open this up. It looks like it might be a wagon. I don't know if I'm a fool for expecting actual running models in this, but it does look like a wagon. I think it probably is. Is it new? I'm not sure. It's not new. Ooh. Okay. So I think this is quite cool. So it's labelled up, used, £5. So there's the price if anyone's, tallying up. Smokeless, I'm guessing that says Nottingham fuel. It does have some coal inside it. It's a modern wagon, so it does have metal wheels and them couplings. I think £5 was a good price for this. You could, if this was new, you'd expect to pay 15 easily from Bachmann. So that's great. But we'll add £5 to the tally. That's got to be getting up towards 20 quid's worth of stuff. So we're not far off the big 3.0. That's nice. That is good. I think that's probably one of the better items I've had in a mystery box. Let's have a look at the £60, says John C. Daniel Newstead, £14.99. Robbie Grant, £12.99. Malcolm Loud, £16. All right. 20 to £45. Right, well, it wasn't as bad as that. It was £9.30. But still, come on, a tenner for these things? I would rather 3D print them and sand them and paint them nicely. And I could probably do it for about £1. But still, all right, so that's got to be 20 quid, hasn't it? We've got some turf, fine turf, £5. Green grass. I mean, if you're building a layout and something, you've got quite a few bits to go with here. So we've got some scenery, we've got some turf. It's not bad, is it, for 30 quid? This is stuff you would have to buy. You've got a wagon, so you can get started on that. You've got an oiling pen, which everybody should have, I think. Right, Pico, oil drums. I have to say, the variety in this bag is marvellous. £3.50 oil drums. We can see them through the back, unpainted, but moulded into various different semi-realistic looking colours. That's not bad. I'll have to keep these around. An average... Why am I struggling with this? An average Railway Series fan. I don't know why I said British before then. Hello Sam, could you try and run your Rivarossi SNCF Class 3A, I know the one, yep, with your Bachmann Blacksmith Railroad car with Stephenson's Rocket third class carriage? That will be difficult because there are coupling issues, but I could try and push it along, I suppose. Thank you so much for your support. That's very kind. Bless you for that. All right, oil drums, £3.50. We got that. Very nice. And we're getting quite near the end. This is a bit random. Humbrol acrylic, number 113. It's like I would call it a dry blood colour. Alright, I don't have a price on this, but what would it be painting people? A couple of quid? 2.50? Don't know. No idea. I've never bought Humbrol paint. And there might be a reason why Sawyer Models are giving it away. I don't know. Are they going to be allowed to sell Humbrol? Is there something... No, I think that was enamels, wasn't it? But still, okay, got some paint. Don't know if I can put that in my airbrush or not. Probably could if I thinned it down. Okay, and another very, very handy bit of stuff here. Track fixing pins, SL14. Who are they by? They're by Pico Streamline. Again, you can't have too many of these, can you? So there you go, 13mm approx. There you go, track fixing pins. So I think, to say most of that stuff is new, the value for money there is about spot on. I wouldn't say I've got a massive bargain there, but I'm definitely satisfied with everything that's in there. We've got some paperwork here, exhibition dates, a little Sawyer Models flyer. It says thank you for your order. You're welcome, Sawyer Models. Thank you for making mystery boxes. They are fun. They are fun, and I will. Any model shop out there, if you want to put a mystery box together, send me an email, and I will probably buy it. If it's reasonably priced, I will probably buy it. As long as you don't give me any special treatment, because I want it to be the same as everybody else, so that people know what to expect. The Lee Festival of Model Railways, etc. Thank you, Robert Osborne. Just wondering if you've seen my super chat. If I've missed any, I will go through at the end, and all requests will get done because I check them after the stream and do them next time if I've missed out. But thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate it. The Christmas Model Railway Show in Manchester, 10th and 11th of December. So they've got an advertising contract or something, because there's a lot of advertising material involved. But I guess, you know, fair enough. Metcalf. What's this about? The perfect card construction kits. Oh, I thought for a moment this had stuff in it that you could like photocopy and build kits out of, but no, it's just actual kits that you can get from Metcalf. Don't know how Metcalf works. I haven't built any of their stuff, but yeah, apparently you can send off for these. I assume. I don't think you could just download them and print them. I guess they print them for you in high quality. Look at the castles. Man, maybe I should try some. They look pretty good for card kits. Card construction kits, yeah. Alright, well that was great. Thank you very much, Sawyer Models. I think the value for money gets a thumbs up. In terms of the stuff I will personally use, I suppose track pins, yes. The oiling pen, yes. The wagon, yes. The acrylic paint at a push, yes. Not so much the die-cast car, but again, you could probably sell that on or, you know, display it. I don't think anybody would turn it down, would they? The oil drums, the line-side cabinets, I will put those away for a rainy day. Yeah, no problem. Nothing in here is stuff that you would throw away, really. It's not rubbish. So it's a different sort of mystery box, I would say, from the Rocket Railways one, but still valid and valuable in its way. So that was cool. Yeah, not bad at all. What do we reckon to that then, folks? Value there? I think so. What is going on with these fades? This has happened once before, where everything, in fact it was worse the last time it happened, because the fade took about 10, 20 seconds, something like that. So that's not too bad. Adam's going to Worley tomorrow. Alright, well, we'll look out for you at Worley then, Adam, no problem. Good box, says Jonathan Barnes. Marion and Joe think it was very good. I agree. Yeah, not bad at all. Total price. Oh, thank you very much, Luke. I forgot to ask. £35, not including the paint or track pins. So let's call it 37 with the paint, maybe 39. So really, you've got about 40 quid's worth of stuff there for 30. That's not bad. That's not bad. I did have to pay a bit of postage, I think. But, you know, for the thrill of the mystery, you don't buy a mystery box if you're looking for specific things, do you? So you're happy to take a punt, you're taking some stuff off their hands for cheap, they're not ripping you off. So I think that's fine. I think that's good, not bad at all. Thank you very much to everyone who did that. Beaglington on seat, £35.20, so he agrees. Thank you, Beaglington. 26 you spent, Sam, NWRJNW. Okay. Thank you for adding it up. Train time guy must be in hibernation. That's true, Kelly. We haven't had any train time episodes recently. If you've got an idea for what you'd like to see in train time, this goes for anybody, then send me an email or a message on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and we will see about bringing train time back at some point during this series. But for now, I'm going to show you some requests that were left over from last week's stream. So here they come. Hope you like them. So we've got quite the mixture of creative requests up here first. First up we have one from the average British Railways appreciator who wanted to see a Hudson with American rolling stock. And I'm always saying, when you pick an American loco you have to pick American rolling stock because otherwise the couplings won't work. My Hudson is one of very few models that actually does have a British tension lock coupling on it. And I realise I said tension lock a little strangely there. So I can't actually run it with American coaches, which is so frustrating, but I have put it with some Pullmans, because of course there are Pullmans in America. These aren't American Pullmans, to be clear, but you know, still kind of the closest I can do. So sorry about that, average British Railways appreciator, but thank you so much for your support. NG5 suggested something that can be done, hooray! Wanted to see the 9F with Southern Pacific 4446, which can be done because that loco, the American one, actually has a tension lock on it, with loads of different wagons up to 30. So yeah, I've put 30 on there for you, no problem. NG5, thank you so much for your support. And then here's a creative one for you. Jonathan Barnes, thank you so much, Jonathan. You wanted to see an HST set with one egg van in the middle. I don't know what's so special about that egg van or what's inside it, but whoever's put this consist together really cared about making sure that egg van got to its destination safely and quickly, given the HST. So, Jonathan Barnes, NG5 and the average British Railways appreciator, thank you so much for your support. We then have David Mattocks, who wanted to see a train of ocean wagons hauled by the J50, the T Brown locomotive and Percy, and of course the two latter locos are the same one, just dressed up a little differently. So thank you very much, David Mattocks. It's been a little while since the ocean wagons have been out for a ride, so quite nice, I think, to see that again. So thank you, David Mattocks. Nice choice of locos as well. Then Paul RB, thank you so much for your support, Paul. Do appreciate it. Quite a modern image request this time, with the Class 37 and 5 coaches. So of course I've gone with the modern Bachmann Class 37, the new tooled one. I don't think anybody's asked for this one before, so here it is, first time on a live stream with 5 coaches, and I've gone with a sort of preservation theme with the coaches there. So to David Mattocks and also to Paul RB, thank you so much. More requests coming soon, please keep them coming. Let's go back live. Thank you very much, folks, for those as always. You're joining me just as I'm midway through setting up some new requests. I've just seen one come through from Sideways66779, so thank you so much to you. He says, hello Sam, how are you? This stream came out of nowhere. Okay. Can you run the LNERW1 Hush Hush and the Railgun, please? Enjoy the rest of your stream. Yes, absolutely. I'll put you down onto the list, no problem. I'm currently setting up a really love one from... Love one? It's a love one for you. No, it's a lovely one from Beaglington-on-Sea, who wanted to see the two Atlantics, two of the Southern Atlantics, with a whole load of coaches. Now, I don't think I have enough time to put like billions of coaches on, but I will try and put a few on. And I think the idea for this was we're going to pretend it's going to Worley, and all of the coaches are for all of the modelers and the enthusiasts that will go to Worley. So I think with that in mind, we've put some. I got some Teaks, some LMS coaches on. I think I'll also put some of the four-wheelers on. Yeah. And I might even include Annie or Clarabelle in that as well, because obviously there's always something for the youngsters. Not that Thomas and Friends is just for youngsters, mind you. Plenty of older people like them as well. And I noticed something really strange about this box van as well, because something's happening to it. Look at it. Look how yellow it is. Oh, it doesn't look that yellow on camera. If I show you the other end of it, you can see the yellowing starting up here, and it's coming down the wagon. It's gone really yellow. The only thing I can think of is this paint, because this has been repainted by someone. So has that caused a reaction? It did not used to be that yellow, definitely not. But maybe it'll look more yellow on this camera. Doesn't look that yellow, does it? I promise you though, it's like old man who's smoked all his life, teeth yellow. It's very, very yellow. Right. Okay, the other one is the J27 with some Coke wagons, the egg vans on, and egg vans on Warwells. Okay, let's see if I can find the J27. That should be over here someplace. J27, it should be quite an easy one to spot because it's quite a boxy old thing, isn't it? And there it is, yep. Let's see if I can grab the tender with my finger. Yep, nicely done, very smooth. What do we also need? We need some Coke wagons, so I can do that. Yeah, grab some of those. Let's go with 3 or 4 of those if possible. I got 3. Here we go. And And we've got to get some wall wells out for some of the egg vans. The idea is that this will hopefully avoid derailments. It might avoid derailments and instead cause a crash against my bookcase. But if that happens, so be it. That's what the requestee asked for. So let's grab a wall well. I mean, the Oxford wall well doesn't have the planking on top of it, so it might be low enough to sneak an egg van underneath. So we'll put that one on first and see if that gets underneath without any problem. And then we'll put one of the Hatton's ones on with the planking and see if we can sneak an egg van through on that. Right. Maybe I could lie them down. No, I think that would cause a clash with the other trains. That's going to roll, isn't it? That's going to have to go slowly. And then so that's for David Mattox. And then Malcolm Loud wanted to see the rip-off Percy with Percy, Smokey Joe, and a load of cheap rolling stock. So I've put a load of cheap rolling stock on, as requested. Outside line going the other way this time. Here go the Atlantics. And very gingerly, here goes the J27. That egg van's going to go all over the place. But hey, you know, the egg vans come off the track and end up on their side when they're on the track normally, so probably won't be much of a change there. Let's see what happens. That does seem ridiculously cautious, doesn't it? But I think it's necessary. I do. I don't know how long it's going to take. We'll keep an eye on the other engines first. And I suppose I'll have to narrate what happens with the bookcase, because I don't think I have it on any of my cameras. Here it comes, slow and steady. Maybe that's a little too slow. Is the egg van still on board? Yeah, it's still on board. Right, well, let's try it a bit quicker then. Oh, right, yeah, that's probably a bit more like it. I'll let you know what happens, folks. I think it's going to hit. Maybe I should be there to catch it. Yeah, maybe I should. So I can get it off the train if it does hit. Then it will... Yeah, no, it did hit. Okay, rescued it. So now we've just got one wall well left with an egg van on it, but that's not too bad. Yes, perfect. If only I could go myself. Oh well, one day, Beaglington, one day I'm sure you will. And thank and bless you for your support. That's very, very kind. Tag Art 00, can I request you get a selfie with Laurie from LMM tomorrow at Worley? If I see him and he's up for it, then yes, we can try. Thank you very much, Tag Art 00. And speaking of thanks, I need to go through today's super chatters. Thank you all. I will read and do the requests that I haven't yet done today next week, so tune in for those. And I also need to decide on whose request was the most creative for today, so that I can award them the giant coupling. So, massive, massive thank you to all of these people. Again, without you, this channel would not survive. So, seriously, sounds cliche, but I am very grateful. William Town, Mark7188, George Botterini, bless you, George, as always. Kelly Ashford Trains, same to you. Luca Horseman, I hope you enjoyed your request. An average British... I've said it again. What is this obsession with things being British? It's because there's another user that's the average British Railways appreciator, and I'm getting you mixed up, you two average people. An average Railway Series fan. I got there in the end. NG5, James Donahoe, William Town, Malcolm Loud, thank you Malcolm, Beaglington on Sea, bless you as always, David Mattox, NWR J&W Studios, as always, massive supporters, thank you very much. Jason Biggs, NG5, yes, it's Martin. Yes, it's Martin. Eggy Yeet, bless you very much. XRCon42, Robert Osborne, Lewis Boscarino, NG5, Robert Osborne, Sideways 66779, Joachim China, I'm not sure, says, did you ever see some Czech steam locos? If you do you like them? I can't say I have, but if there are any in model form, I would love to give that a go. So please do drop me an email or something if you've got any recommendations, and I will totally look into getting one to review. So thank you again for your support as well. And then just at the end there, Tag Art 00. So thank you all so much. My creative request choice for the day, I've been thinking about this. It's going to be Kelly, everybody. I don't know if Kelly's won anything before from me, If not, finally, Kelly, it is your moment. So, if you want to send me an email, Kelly, as you often do, with your delivery address, if you'd like to accept, I will send you the giant coupling from that very romantic video that I know you like. So that actually worked out quite well, didn't it? There we go. Well done, Kelly. Thank you for your support and for your very creative ghost train request. Next week, I've got a River Aussie Loco to review. That should be pretty cool. Chloe's back for another video after that. A lot of people were asking to do more, and we've already filmed one. We filmed 2 videos, the coupling video and another one. The subject for that video will remain a secret though. And of course, the next stream I do will be on Friday, so please do tune back in for that, and I will see you very, very soon. Neil F. Wise, thank you very much. You just jumped in at the last minute there. Could you run an A4 running HST style, 2 A4s? Yeah. With coaches of your choice. Thank you for all your streams. I really love your channel. Keep it up. Bless you, Neil. Thank you ever so much for that. And yes, I will be able to do that next week for you. And same to anyone else. If you've done a request and I've not done it today, it will be in next week's stream. So thank you so much. I will see you at Worley if you're going. Don't hesitate to come and say hi. I'll be really glad to put a face to the name, or just to see someone, meet somebody that I've never seen before. That would be awesome. Have a fantastic week wherever you are, and I'll see you very, very soon. All right, cheers, folks. Take care. Hey folks, thank you all very, very much for tuning in for another episode of Sam's Trains Live. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with another episode very, very soon, but in the meantime, please enjoy the videos that I'll be posting on my channel till then, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks again for your support, folks, and take care of yourselves.